Your head could fit inside my head.
Let's not try that experiment.
I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers, here to tell you about our foray into Charlotte, North Carolina. Lots of fun.
Yes, it was.
Lots of breweries. We only had time to do 5. I think you told me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 5.
Yeah.
It was a lot of family stuff.
Yeah, well, we were there anyway, but, you might as well do breweries when you're in Charlotte. Why not?
Or anywhere.
So, here's what we did.
You gonna let me pour beer?
Oh, wait. What do you want?
Just gonna pour beer.
You going to pour beer?
Yeah.
What are you going to pour?
I'm gonna pour it. This is
Don't cover up your face. Cover up my face.
It's Island Hopper from Pilot.
Yes, Pilot in Charlotte. Appropriately enough. We got some Charlotte beer to go with the Charlotte video.
I hid this way in the back of the fridge so that
We wouldn't accidentally drink it.
yeah.
Not that that's ever happened before.
Oh no, that never happens.
Where's that beer we saved for the video? Little bit of haze. Beautiful color. Definitely fruit on the nose.
Yeah, I get guava. I think.
Well, you're a better taster than I am. Oh, boy, is that good. Thank you.
Don't want to cheat you.
On the nose would be the appropriate expression because Rachel Hudson and her husband, Jeff, they own the brewery. Rachel's the head brewer. All her beers are just right down the middle. Absolutely what they should be. I mean, she's a stickler. We're going to get into that. She's a stickler for style, and she's a very talented brewer. And she has a very talented team as well working with her.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Here's Legion. This is the Maywood. A lot of these breweries have more than one location, including Legion. Really comfortable spot.
Charlotte's a much bigger city than I realized.
Charlotte's a big city. Yeah, tons of stuff on tap. And you said they medaled for something.
Legion got gold at Great American Beer Festival. I just got all these results, and I was so amazed that we went to 5 breweries, and 4 of them had medaled at GABF. So, I mean, there's a big beer culture in Charlotte.
That's impressive for one town
That
to
is,
have that
for
many
one
breweries
city.
that medaled. Yeah, it was what was it?
It was their, I think it's called Hop Chiller. It's their cold IPA.
It was really good. Unfortunately, we didn't take detailed tasting notes. We were trying to hit as many breweries as we could.
And we were out with family, and I flaked out.
No, you didn't flake out. It's okay. But we loved the place, and this balcony was my favorite part of the architecture. This balcony over the brewery. The brewery was spotless.
Gorgeous.
I mean, it looked like it had never been used. I don't think I've ever seen a cleaner brewery. And just a really nice spot to hang out, and the beer was great. And we had a great drag queen.
Drag queen bingo.
Yeah.
Extra bonus fun.
Bonus. Fun spot, great beer. Check it out. This is Resident Culture. Totally different vibe. Resident Culture is all about the funk, I think.
Yep.
Lots of Chinese lanterns and color and a big, giant tasting room. It was really ginormous.
And nice patio.
Big patio. Lots of live edge tables, lights. It was really kind of pretty walking in there in a sort of post-industrial style. Beer was solid. Here's their mascot. I don't know her name. She's a little scary. But the highlight for me was the Double Lightning Double IPA. Man, was that good. And I wanted to buy it to go. I went over to the can case, and there wasn't any. And I asked the beer tender, no Double Lightning, and she said, nah, that went out quick because it was that good.
Yeah.
Cool spot. Check it out. Great beer.
This art is adorable.
This is Lenny Boy with art by Liz Haywood. Liz Haywood is a local Charlotte artist. She does kind of graffiti-esque style with a lot of spray cans and things. But her art's really fun. It's whimsical. It's colorful. It's just all these animals sort of dressed up as people characters. One in a black leather jacket. And this is the whole parking lot wall. It's the first thing you see when you pull in your car. Nice, typical post-industrial, lots of brick. But the tasting room was a bit of a surprise. It was really bright. and all these plants. Somebody must be really into plants that works there. I mean, just everywhere was greenery, because they do have a lot of windows, so there's tons of light in there. Beautiful live edge wood tables, lots of places to sit and hang, and the beer was also really good.
They had also actually gold medaled at GABF for their fruited barrel-aged sour.
Which we did not have because...
You could only get it in a bottle.
A giant bottle.
Neither of us are huge sour fans.
Yeah, we wanted to taste it, but it really wasn't an option.
Was too much.
But
we loved their Cheeky Bloke ESB.
Yeah, that was, for me, that was
beer.
the highlight, the Cheeky Bloke. Because, again, we've talked about this before. You don't get ESB in a lot of breweries.
And we love a ESB. We're both into ESB.
It's just such a wonderful style. It's not too high in alcohol. It's kind of a session. A special bitter, that's what ESB stands for. Extra special bitter.
Yeah.
It's bitter, but it's not crazy bitter, because you're talking about a couple 100-year standard for that style, not modern hazy crazy IPA. And it's just such a wonderful style. It's got a nice malt anchor, nice copper color, and you don't see it that often. When you do see it, it's often not really correct. It's not really well made, but theirs was. It was really excellent. And their fest beer was also really good.
Yeah.
Fest beer is one, if you go to a brewery and they have a fest beer on, get it, because that'll give you an idea of whether or not the brewery knows what they're doing. Because fest beer, to make it well, is a challenge. It's a challenging style, and theirs was excellent. But loved the vibe. Lots of plants just everywhere. Did you see the leg lamp? There it is. There's the leg lamp hidden amongst the plants. And they do a lot of barrel aging, so they also have a couple of big foeders here. Did I say it right?
I think so. I'm a reader. I learn words through reading, so I don't always know how to say them.
And tons of local art, some of which was really beautiful. So, again, great place to hang, great beer. What else do you need, really? Their flight rack, first of all, 6 in a flight, which is unusual. Usually you get 4.
And great.
And they were all, just one after the other. But look at this flight rack. I think you could drive a car on it.
I think it's a step stool.
It doubles as a step stool.
You flip that baby over, you could stand on it.
Talk about over-engineered. Wow, but the beer was excellent. Here's NoDa. NoDa has been around a while. Started with 1 location. Obviously, now they have 3.
We were at the North End.
We were not in NoDa, which is a neighborhood of Charlotte, but we were at the North End location. Again, post-industrial brick on the outside, what you'd expect. Beautiful backyard patio. Lots of kids around.
Yeah, they were playing disc horseshoes, basically. There was a lot to do. There was cornhole and disc, and great vibe for families. There was a 2-year-old's birthday party there.
Yeah, birthday party, just by the balloons. Here, this is can art that I think these are the original paintings from the artist, and they used them to decorate one wall. Lots of nice places to sit.
Very comfortable.
Again, real family friendly. We had the birthday party here on the right, and when you get to the left of this very colorful, bright tasting room, you'll see a team building exercise. This was a group of volunteers from a local organization, which is why they're all wearing purple. Charlotte seems to really be embracing diversity in a serious way, not just giving it lip service. A lot of the breweries have behavior policies to keep... there's a policy. If a customer does something inappropriate, if a coworker does something inappropriate, there's a policy on how to address it. There are also... They have rescue... What do you call that? When you order a secret beer... which means I'm not comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Bars do this. In bars, it's called an angel shot.
Angel shot, yeah, that kind of thing. There's just all kinds of stuff to really... They're serious about this. They're not just giving it lip service, as I said.
There was a couple places where I went into the ladies' room, and there's specific instructions on what to do if you're in a situation that you feel uncomfortable.
That was in the men's room,
Was in the men's room, too?
Yeah.
I didn't go in the men's room.
Good thing. Really colorful, pretty, lots of art, lots of beer. They're supporting professional artists with their breweries. Again, we only saw the one. We have to do the other 2. And they also do roundup for charity. In this case, it was an epilepsy charity. So you could round up your bill, and they get your change. Beer was excellent. I mean, NoDa has an excellent reputation for beer. We've been drinking NoDa for years, but it was our first visit to one of their locations. Lots of IPA, so they kind of have our number. But they also, what I liked about NoDa is they're doing all kinds of interesting, kind of experimental things.
Well, they have a whole line called SLURP, Superior Lupulin Utilization Research Project. So they're using...
Lupulin, by the way, is the stuff in hops that makes beer bitter. Go ahead.
So they're using hops in a lot of different ways, a lot of different formulations, concentrated Lupamax, cryo hops, and then they're also using a yeast, which is specifically engineered to bring out the thiols, the aromatic and flavorful compounds in the hop. So they're taking it to the next level.
Yeah,
they're using science to make the beer even better.
Kind of pushing the envelope. It was first time we didn't know what thiolized yeast was until we went to this NoDa brewery.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Which
is good. We like to learn.
Yeah,
things.
we're learning right along with you guys. It's everywhere we go, we learn. So that's part of the fun. Great place to hang. Great beer. Really great beer. And Do we have a favorite?
At NoDa?
Yeah.
Well, we had one of the slurps. It was Slurps on a Plane.
Yeah, Slurps on a Plane.
Yeah.
And did you mention them?
I love that.
That they medaled?
Yes.
Okay.
Bronze medal at GABF.
Here's Pilot. We kind of loved everything about this place. The story is Rachel Hudson and her husband Jeff own it. Rachel's the head brewer. Jeff is a pilot. So that's kind of where the name came from. But it also is a nod to the fact that they're experimenting constantly. They have a
3-barrel nano system.
Tiny brewery, 3 barrels.
And so that's their pilot system.
That's their system.
And then they have a half barrel, which they call their co-pilot.
That's the co-pilot.
So it's even more experimental.
Yeah, so they are fearless. I mean, let's put it that way. They are doing so many different things, so many different ways, and all of it, really good. Because Rachel's really talented, knowledgeable. She's a stickler for style. She's working on what level, Cicerone?
The topmost.
The top. Yeah.
She is...
She was supposed to sit for the test, but something went haywire with the test.
She's studying... She's an advanced Cicerone now, and she's studying for her master Cicerone.
Yeah, serious about beer, and also kind of a pioneer in what we were talking about before about harassment
inclusivity and
inclusiveness
safety
and rights and the policy system and all that stuff. Anyway, we'll talk about it. Really cool vibe. Of course, everything is kind of airplane, flying machine theme. That's sort of a garage door that opens out to the patio. So you're
for walk up.
Yeah, so
I think that got initiated during COVID,
you're
so
outside,
that they could do takeout.
Oh yeah, that makes
and
sense.
People wouldn't have to come in.
It's like you're outside, but you feel like you're inside. It was kind of neat. At least in the garage door. Tons of different beers, like every style you can imagine coming out of this little 3-barrel. It's pretty amazing. Very comfortable, not real big.
Games on every table.
Yeah, games everywhere, and I love the colors and the lighting. Everything. It's just a really great tasting room. All these little sayings on the wall. Here's the pilot system. I don't know where the co-pilot is. I don't think we got the co-pilot.
It's too small to see.
Yeah. Again, another flying machine theme on this wall. Why be salty when you can be malty? And tons of stuff on tap. Also some guest taps. You see Lenny Boy there in the middle. And we asked Rachel to pick our beers for us, and she did. She gave us.
We had a Mimosa Goza.
Yeah.
Now, she had just come back from GABF, where she was also a judge. She was an entrant and a judge. And she got gold for her Blackberry Goza.
I'll tell you what, the Mimosa Goza, which is fun to say, blood orange, boy, was it good.
Yeah.
It was just, wow.
Even my sister, the non-beer drinker, liked it.
It was absolutely delicious.
And then she also gave us a cafe latte.
Boy, was that good.
It was stout.
Stout, yeah. It was a partnership with Charleston Roasters, which is a local coffee roaster.
And that was so good.
I'm not a big coffee stout guy, but boy, was it good. My God. It was just, because it was lactose, so it's really a sweet milk stout. Mm-hmm. With the coffee, it is perfect combination.
Really great mouthfeel.
And this, she gave us...
Yep, and we had an Island Hopper.
Island Hopper, showcasing the hop paradigm. it's nicely bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
really
the
balanced.
bitterness builds as you drink it. I'm liking it more the more I have it. And it's only 5.5% or something, right? It's not a big giant.
Yeah, 5.5.
Nice beer. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Well, we bought those, but we did have a little sample on her. Tons of stuff on tap. Staff was great. Everybody we met there just super nice and helpful, and they were accommodating with us, setting up lights and video cameras and all that. Tons of awards. Rachel said, "Make sure you shoot my award wall," which we were happy to do because she should be proud of all that she's accomplished.
Yeah, she earned all those medals.
She did. And also, I think everybody that works there is at some
level of Cicerone.
So that's impressive. Can you, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you just tell them what that is, what that means?
Cicerone?
The Cicerone program?
Everybody's heard of sommelier, like the experts who know wine. So Cicerone is that for beer.
Okay.
So you have to know that the entry level is beer server. So if you're just pouring beer, you should be able to answer almost all the questions that any customer would come in and ask. So it covers how beer is made, how best to store it, how best to serve it, which glassware is appropriate, and then a bunch of different styles. I think about 40 different styles. You're supposed to know down cold exactly what the color should be, what the IBU should be, what the ABV should be, and then the flavor characteristics of those beer that makes it special. So if somebody says, I've never had a XYZ, you can explain to them not only what your beer in your place tastes like, but a generalized what that style is about.
All right. Well done. That was a nice summary of Cicerone.
Thank you.
It's an organization, it's a program for people in the beer industry to get better at what they do and be more educated.
Yeah, and the test, the final test, that master's test, I can't even imagine taking it. It's so intensive, and that's what Rachel, the brewmaster here, owner and brewmaster here, is working on.
Yeah, she should have tested recently, but something went haywire with the schedule.
The organization schedule.
Yeah. So
she was ready to go, and they canceled it.
So on this, off in the corner, did you know the first professional brewers were women? Yeah, well, we did know that, and that's part of the reason we went down there. Is we're fans of Rachel. We listened to the podcast, Rachel and Jen Blair,
right?
Which is called False
Bottom Girls. They make the brewing world go round.
Great podcast. Pretty technical. It's pretty wonky, which I like, obviously, because they're so smart, both of them. Both Cicerone, high-level Cicerone.
They're both advanced Cicerones.
Yeah. Rachel's a brewer. Jen is a sensory expert and works in a brewery. So we went down there really, part of the reason we went to Pilot was to sit down with Rachel and talk to her.
So I can meet Rachel.
Yeah, and we did. We had a great chat, and that will be the subject of a future video. So stay tuned. Good?
Good.
All right.
Go to Charlotte. Charlotte's fun.
Cheers.
And the weather was nice.
Yeah, we got really lucky with the weather.
It's North Carolina. It's always nice.